at the moment now we have with us our next guest for the show. Our next guest is Professor Kevin Curran. Professor Kevin Curran is a professor of cybersecurity at Ulster University. He is a founding member of the UK Cybersecurity Council and is one of the most interviewed technology experts in the UK, with over 2,000 interviews in recent years. Professor Kevin Curran, good morning. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning.
With what impact do data breaches like this, recent one, have on the general public?
The immediate impact of any data breach, of course, because the credentials get leaked, the passwords and usernames get leaked onto the web, onto the surface web, as we say, and the dark web, and that just makes all of our accounts even weaker. So hackers can use these stolen usernames and passwords to potentially gain access to our services again, and of course that they'll work on the weak passwords first, the ones with the shorter characters, and they build their way up. Again, they go for the low-hanging fruit, of course, and then, of course, the more complex your password is, the safer you actually are. But they will use these to try to take over accounts, and of course, they'll always go to the accounts where there's links to your credit card or payments. That they don't really care about accounts which don't have payments. And the exceptions would be a social media.
Right.
Because then, of course, if they get into a social media account, and even if you don't have a payment associated with that, of course, they can use your social media accounts to spread cryptocurrency scams, for instance, to try to get people to buy their cryptocurrency or to send money to them. But generally, it's for account takeovers, and then, of course, for identity theft, of course. And then, of course, the more details they have as well. If they have usernames and passwords, they can use those in emails, which are sent to you later, maybe to try to extort money from you. Because if you ever, quite often you can get emails sent to you where your password is in clear text. You can literally see your password in the email, and that can scare a lot of people, because people then, because then they'll say again these extortation scams, and that they'll try to get money from people saying you have been doing nasty things online, and we've seen your webcam, we have footage of you. Please, here is your password, here is your username. Please send us money, and we will not release these images or videos online.
Yeah. Is it possible that the breaches might have long-term impacts on critical infrastructure or on a national level?
It's possible, because our national critical infrastructure goes from energy to rail to airports and everything else, and of course, ultimately, especially since COVID, so many systems now are remotely accessible for ease of use, so people don't have to get up and go into the office or into the building. And especially in COVID, it was almost essential that admins could access control panels and critical services from remote locations. So if accounts are released and people are using, for instance, the Google accounts, which recently a lot of Google accounts are being released, again, that criminals can use these to try to log into national critical infrastructure. Generally, your average cyber criminal, your hacker, is not that interested in national critical infrastructure, because, again, there is no money to be made there generally, unless it's for ransomware. But state actors, again, that foreign governments who have an interest in causing sabotage, again, they're very interested in credentials like this, and of course they have their own hackers again within highly organized teams, and whenever data breaches get released, they troll through them looking for credentials belonging to national critical infrastructure again. So that is always a problem, definitely again. So we have to worry about that.
And are there any trends such as the increasing use of AI or phishing that we should be wary in the coming year?
Yes, AI is one of the biggest things we've seen. Generative AI in recent years again that has kind of stunned a lot of people again. But it really is a it's used in many things, and of course, one of the things it's used for in by hackers is to craft emails which look more authentic again, that they have proper English spelling in our cases. And again, they can be very personalized with high success rates again. So we do worry about that. And of course, we always worry about the emails coming into us, the phishing emails, and increasingly so we worry about phone calls now because audio cloning can be done on people's voices and make them look like the boss is ringing in telling you to transfer money to a different account than you would have thought to transfer money to. So AI is being used in a lot of cases by hackers.
And how do we differentiate between what is genuine monitoring for security reasons and a breach of employee privacy in corporate environments?
Some ways we hope that our employers have the correct tools in place, again, which are filtering spam emails and looking for things again, which would help us again. And again, also we hope that employees are given good, clear teaching on cybersecurity and policies and what to do and what not to do. And quite often companies are cracking down on the software you have on your laptop, on your tablet, even on your phone, and so that you can't have certain type of software which is weak, and also and just again that the email is well scanned again. That quite often some emails to me will not get through for a good few hours, even for half a day, because they are being scanned by third-party software that is aware, that has an insight into all the other emails which is seen across the day. And generally, email is becoming a little bit safer in that regard because of well-known checks before it even reaches my inbox.
So, how can we engage non-technical individuals, including seniors, on digital safety topics like this?
Yeah, that's important because nowadays, unfortunately, seniors have to use computers more than even if they never wanted to, really, because so many services are moving online. And post offices are closing down in high streets, banks are closing down, and there'll come a time where literally every service will only be able to be accessed through a phone or a tablet or a computer. So with the seniors again, it's probably better to use analogies again. Don't use fancy words. Just for instance, tell them that the password is like a house key. Don't use the same key for every door. Use analogies like that again, and relate them to daily life, and hopefully that again that it's. I feel sorry for seniors again who don't have any family members, because even there, like I said, how will they access some money? They'll have to trust someone, and in cases like that, it's quite often it wouldn't be unusual for someone to steal money from someone who's not family like that. So I really feel for older people who don't have younger family members to help them with technology.
Indeed. And what warning signs should individual users look for that may indicate their accounts are compromised? Are there any tips you would give to keep ourselves safe online?
Yeah, again, a lot of accounts now use what we call the multi-factor authentication. It's where a PIN code to your phone. So that means that even if someone does grab your password and username, they can log in from a different location or a different device without having the PIN which is sent to your phone. So that's where the phones really help us again, because that's something we have. So if you see a lot of PIN requests coming through to your phone for any account that you have, and you haven't been logging on in the last few hours or whatever else, well then that's a good indicator that that account has been compromised, the password at least, and the username is available online. So again, the first thing you should do is go to your own computer and log in with a different password to at least remove that from the criminals as well. And of course, be on the lookout for phishing emails again. And the best thing I can say to anyone is to register with a website, which is free. It's called haveibeenpwned.com. So it's have I been, all one word, PWNED. It's set up by a legitimate researcher. It's got over 2 billion leaked email password combinations. The good thing about going there and registering with your email, you can check to see which data breaches you have been in. But if a new data breach gets leaked online, you will get an email telling you that your password and username has been in a new data breach. And then that allows you then to figure out, did I reuse that password on different websites? And if I did, then I should change my password. So haveibeenpwned.com is a free website that lets you know if your email password has been in any new data leaks online.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you for the advice as well. Kevin Curran, thank you very much for joining us this morning and for giving time to us to answer our questions. We hope to hear from you in the near future as well, and may God be with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Morning.
So that was Professor Kevin Curran, a professor of cybersecurity at Ulster University, and he is a founding member of the UK's Cybersecurity Council.